You recently had one of your blog posts on INDIEWIRE, and someone commented back and said, hey, congratulations, Diane, but don't you want to just be the writer-director? Why come in as a producer? Don't you want just the creative aspect and not more? And you had a wonderful, intelligent response to that.
Well, I've just had a massive paradigm shift for myself over the last couple of years. When we did Obsoletia, I did not take a producer's credit on the movie because I was really off the thought. I remember talking to you about it. I said, I don't want to be a producer. Like, I want to write and I want to direct, and I do not want to produce movies. But what I've realized now in my second film, I'm not a producer on it at all, and it really has been a situation where I am just the writer-director. And I really realized, actually, it's a privilege and an honor to be a producer in a movie. And I don't think I'll ever make a movie again without being a producer. Like, on one hand, I think you have to take responsibility for your work. And I think, like, right now, and certainly Obsoletia would never have got made had I just taken the view of, like, somebody else is going to do it all, you know? When you have a creative idea and you want to make something happen, you have to make it happen, you know, and that's what producers do. And I think, especially for your first film, the idea that someone's going to come along and do it all for you is an insane dream, you know? So I think, like, certainly for your first film, you're going to have to, like, roll up your sleeves and make it happen. And then thereafter, I feel like, actually, I've realized it's just an honor. It's like, I mean, making a film is really like having a child in a certain way. And you want to be the best parent you can and really, like, help that child flourish and do well and get out in the world and meet the people that it should meet. And I honestly think, like, as the creator of it, you're like the person, like, most savvy or most knowledgeable really of what that is. You know, I look at someone like Shane Carruth, who did Upstream Color a couple years ago, and I think his model is terrific of how he distributed his movie and produced it and sort of did everything, because in his marketing, I mean, he understood his film in a way that no distributor really would have, and certainly probably even other producer, like a producer. And his vision for the film then, permeated everything in the way that it was released into the world. And I just think, like, actually, for me now, I find that more exciting as a challenge, right? Rather than being like, no, I'm just the writer and director and you guys can figure out the marketing and you can figure out this and you can figure out that. I feel like, actually, no, I want to be a part of all those discussions. And it's not to say that I'll do everything by myself. Like, I work with a producer, Chris, and I work with other producers, absolutely. But I definitely want to be on the producer's table as well for every film that I do from now on. And I think it's really an honor and a privilege to be there,
We were lucky with Obsoletia, though, because we met Matt Medlin, who was the producer. I did a lot of physical stuff producing wise and kind of logistical stuff, but he really did the nuts and bolts of the organizational skills of getting it from A to B to C. And
the contracts and dealing with the unions
and
all that.
That was Matt Medlin. He did that, and we met him at a very interesting time in his career where he was shifting from low, really micro budget independent films to an upper echelon of independent films. And he's gone on to make, $1 million movies now since then. But we will go back to that model of working with somebody at that level again, hopefully Matt, but if not him, somebody else like him, like-minded, because the power now is in the hands of the filmmakers to actually try and monetize their work at an independent level, social media wise, and the audience that they can build in that platform and use that in order to be able to monetize their ideas and their work so that they can continue to work as an artist further down the line. And maybe somewhere along the way, if they get hit up by a studio to do something, then they have that option as well. But at the same time, they're able to continue to monetize their work so that they can make a living at the work that they're doing and be able to, be creative. So that's one of the things that we're looking at now, again, going back from what Diana's just experienced to the older model, and then using the platforms that are available today to be able to, put that product out there.